What's up, guys? Vince right here. Today, in this New Year's, in this new Vince talk, I will start off with a rant. If anyone's eating balut, get that out of here. Like seriously, every time, like no, everyone praises balut. Like it's like what are we doing here? Like it's a biblical food. No, it's not. It's not. I'm tired of this. I, there are so many other good foods in the Philippines, but for crying out loud, balut? Are we serious right now? I hate it. I hate it. I apologize of my people. Okay, my tribe, my people, my Austronesians. Okay, the Blasian tribe of Philippines. I apologize, but I don't like balut. I am not gonna eat that. There's so many other good Filipino foods. For crying out loud, Caldereta, Polvoron, is ensamada. The list goes on, people. For crying out, like just get some Jollibee. Oh my god, if Jollibee just serves like freaking balut out of nowhere, oh, I'm a flip. But that's my Filipino rant. I'm just letting everyone know that. Anyways, what am I supposed to talk about again? Oh, hey, what's up, Vince Talk? Hey, how you doing? And yes, no webtoons. Okay, I'm still fired from them. What do you want from me? You think I'm gonna make a webtoon video and just expect to not get called out by webtoon? No, listen. All that is in the past. They're in the past, okay? Anyways, how's everyone's new year? Is everyone's new year up in here? Because I hope so. If you have ear to ear, you about to hear Vince screams his damn it. I freaking messed the rhymes up. I want to do more rhymes, you know. I just, I just like a flowy, nice podcast, and I like doing one. But there's a part of me where I wasn't gonna do a Vince Talk podcast, and then I realized, well, who cares? Because I'm gonna do a Vince Talk podcast anyways. I'm gonna still do it. Okay. I don't even know what are my plans on YouTube for this year. I know what are my financial plans. I know what are my plans for myself and for my life. I feel like, that's more important than a channel that is literally dead. But yeah, I don't know what you expect here on YouTube. Even if I even give you an announcement, no one's going to care. No one's going to care. But I'm hoping you care because I'm going to be doing some content that is quite new in this channel. That's it. That's all you need to know, okay? I can't make promises. I don't even need to make promises. If anything, I could just make stuff up and who no one will care because this channel's dead, guys. Wait, come on. Let's freaking wake up, okay? Can we wake up? Anyways, yeah. New Year's was chill. I pretty much had a good, New Year's, party, a little small New Year's party at my cousin's. And they serve some amazing food that isn't balut. It isn't balut. I am so freaking, you know what? I'm going to just say I'm the biggest balut hater. And also, I'm Filipino. 100%. So you cannot hate on your own people. Your own, like, come on. Seriously. I'm dark Asian like y'all, okay? Filipino. And people are like, oh, balut is dead. They sucking on that balut. They're sucking on the balut too much, okay? Repent. Repent from eating balut. Repent now. My God. There are so many good foods, people. We just, I rather eat pog pog. If you know that, if you know, you know, okay? My Filipinos, if you know, you know. I just know I have a Philippine audience here, okay? I have a US audience, I have a Spanish speaking audience, and the last time I checked, it's either between UK or the Philippines that is also part of my audience. So my Filipinos, where are y'all? Where the frick are y'all? And I'm talking like a Filipinos. Balut, what are we doing here? Like, listen, with all the amazing foods in the Philippines, ain't no way Balut is up there. Ain't no freaking way. Do you know that there's so many good foods out there? Are we seriously? Are we serious right now? I swear, I'm not afraid to tell people, hey, you know what? Balut, I just feel like you're just possessed, okay? I don't know what to tell you. I just feel like your brain is somewhere so smooth that it's almost like rubber. You know what I'm saying? Smooth like rubber. Okay, well, that's a smooth brain take. Anyways, this is a very, this is not a serious podcast. If anything, it's a comedic podcast of me yelling. That's what it is. But we had some good foods. For some reason, she had Portos, and I was like, "Yep, number one, number one." And yeah, pretty much. It was just a chill, not too much until I heard a call from Stefan. And prayers to Stefan. If you hear this, Stefan, I hope you're doing okay. I'm genuinely worried. Um, Apparently his house was yeah, exploded. But now hold on, wait, now calm down. Now it didn't really explode. It's just not a safe place to be, okay? And by the way, I was like, I'm not gonna give you the address of where we live or something like that, okay? Things are private for a reason. Um, but I remember when me and Stefan, we live in the same area at one point, okay? And that area has the crappiest houses. I'm sorry. It's just straight up garbage looking houses, and I live in one of those. Spider webs almost every single day. Dusts every day, okay, twice on Sundays, let me tell you. Okay, and also it is haunted. I just know it's haunted. I heard steps. I heard this. I got slashed by a demon. I think that's the first time I witnessed demons in my sleep. So let me tell you right now, I had my own Silent Hill moment with these freaking houses, and I'm gonna tell you right now, yeah, these houses are evil. And also what happened to my Stefan? Like, nothing happened to Stefan. No one was hurt. Not his pets, thank God. And also not Stefan, thank the Lord. But it just, from the looking at the images, and I don't want to show it, it's just so heartbreaking to see. He showed me images, and it's like, oh my God. Like, everything just looks like, it looked like everything exploded. Like it's like an apocalypse almost. It was like, what the heck, Stefan? Oh my! And this is serious. This was literally in the tail end of New Year's, and I'm looking at all this. I'm like, oh God. So prayers to Stefan. Hopefully he can get through this. He has insurance. He has the same benefits as me, but at the same time, no one should go through this. Nope. It's just looking at it. I'm like heartbroken. I'm like I could have experienced that, and there's times where I want to experience that, because not that I want to, oh man, I wish my house exploded. No. Okay, but there's times where I'm very equipped of, when that happens, I'm like ready, you know what I mean? I don't know about Stefan, and there's a part of me where, man, I want to help him out. So hope he's doing okay. Prayers to him, and hope God has his back, because that is so scary to go through. This house, like the walls are just torn, because basically the heaters, and you know what? I'm gonna let Stefan explain when he comes by. But other than that, yeah, man, half an hour, like the garage exploded, and yep, that it almost erupted in a way. It's hard to explain, because I don't want to give the wrong information. I really don't, and I don't know if I should, but I can tell you right now. Uh, what is going on with these damn houses? I hope they move to a better place. Okay, I'm really hoping. Anyways, let's move on. I also watched Marty Supreme. I watched Marty Supreme. What a good movie. Damn, that song's still stuck in my head. Marty Supreme, Marty Supreme. I'm gonna do my thing. Ugh. Flexing. I forget the lyrics. You know what I mean? Because Marty Supreme itself is one heck of a movie. I seen movies like what is it? Yeah, Wolf of Wall Street, and I never seen Uncut Gems. I seen Euphoria, and A24 with that style. I'm like, yep, this is the A24 film to the fullest. It is beyond inappropriate. It is beyond crazy. It is beyond anxiety inducing. It really changed my mind of just like almost my perspective, like who I am, but also like the scenes were just insane. That honey scene, I can't look at it. No, I can't look at it. The moment he said, for my bunker boys, I'm like, nope, No. Listen, can I just say one thing? Okay, I guess I'll give you an LGBT perspective. Oh, Vince, I thought you were straight. I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be. Okay, I'm really working on it. I'm not perfect, but pray for me. But also, can I just, as of now, just for now, can I just give an LGBT perspective of that whole scene? That is the worst nightmare that, for a person that is either gay or me bi, is something that is traumatic. I just can't imagine losing my freaking mind to the point where I would have literally guys that look like that and me smother honey. No. That's how you know I absolutely freaking lost it. That's how you know I'm literally not Vince anymore. I'm literally someone else. Like that's how you know. And that's like the worst fear. Because a lot of times if we got to be honest here, attractiveness always wins. Ugliness never wins. When someone's ugly or just mid or something, a lot of times do we talk to them? And I'm talking about, do we go out of our way to talk to them as if we want them or flirt with them? A lot of times, for anyone that I have ever met, and listen, this goes with anyone, it doesn't matter who you are, attractive or not, you're cool. If I know you, I got you. But there was a time where it was only people that were attractive, especially in my prime LGBT days, if I gotta expose myself, that it was like, let's be real. Okay, this might sound offensive, but it's true. The most attractive is the one that I'm talking to. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Okay? It's different now. And it's different for people that are married. And I try to have that perspective in my mind. But when it comes to just unattractive and old dudes just all over, it's like that is traumatizing. That is traumatizing. And people within the LGBT space don't understand how dangerous and scary that can be. Do you understand? Like that is terrifying. And we tried our hardest. But there's going to be a point where that might happen. And the possibility of that happening literally to anyone is absolutely terrifying, especially when you're absolutely losing it and you don't care. Like that's so dangerous. There's a part of me where I can't really review Marty Supreme, and I wanted to review Marty Supreme. Instead, I'm doing it here. But I'll just keep mentioning that one moment, and I don't even know how really I'm supposed to talk about it. And that's the dangerous thing about being bi or being gay or being part of the LGBT community, because the thing is that you man, how do I say this? Like being in that like mindset and position, and not having that fear is just kind of scary to think about. I don't know. I just don't. There's a part of me where, like, I almost had those moments or something, but it's like, I don't want that. And I know I had to quit. I'm like, this, if things get out of hand with, certain people that are LGBT, it goes into a dangerous space, and people within that space don't understand that, especially what I've been through. But anyways, yeah, Marty Supreme was something. uh, it's a 24 film to its fullest. And can I just say that freaking, like Marty himself is he's crazy. I can't imagine like living a life where you take no for an answer. I don't get that. I don't get that. I like he wants everything. The amount of pride that he has is like, this movie is beyond sinful, but it's not really a Christian movie, so who am I to say? But it makes you realize that with the amount of things that goes on in this film and things that turns left completely, like out of nowhere, just happens, and it happens. Like I can't imagine my mental space ever if I was in that space. I don't know if that was a thing really in that time in New York. I wouldn't know, but honestly can imagine, like, dealing with all that crap, especially in today's age, because wow. Anyways, moving on. While I get my voice together, I don't know if I'm sick. I'm not sick, okay? I'm having problems with just the weather patterns here. It's sometimes cold and hot or whatever. But also, like usually I've been having a runny nose. I don't right now. I bet I might have a runny nose after this. You just never know at this point. But I know my voice is this way because I'm also laying down. So, that's take it. It is what it is. Also, I'm getting older. What do you want from me? Moving on. News. So, what is up with this whole situation in Minnesota? This whole fraud situation going on with some only businesses of just like childcare. It's insane. It's got to it's really gotten to the point where it's hard to really escape, especially with Nick Shirley just doing this bust out of like a daycare center, and this him covering the 10 billion like fraud cover up, especially with exposing the mayor, or just the state president. Like this whole situation is just like, it is going crazy. I'm just saying, it's just going crazy. I'm not the news site. I'm not actually not a news site at all. I'm just a freaking person yapping. Okay, that's literally the concept of this video. It's me, a crazy person yapping, just yapping about everything and doing it flow, just for the fun of it, because I don't give a damn. I really don't. Do you think I have morals? Okay, listen, I'm not like Marty Supreme. Okay, that guy just has no morals. Me, I have morals, true Christ, and morals, true. Just trying to speak up, but at the same time, if you ever look, just like look at me as a role model, then I don't know what to tell you. I appreciate it, but I can only do so much. You know what I mean? Anyways, the New Year's Eve party. That's also another topic I want to just throw out there. It's not on the list, but I really just want to say, who the frick is going to New York wearing diapers and waiting for that long for the freaking New Year ball to drop? Like, I'm just like, okay. So you're telling me you can't go to the bathrooms because you don't want your spot stolen, and you have to stand there for that long? And it's like, what? That doesn't add up. That doesn't make sense. Like, what you have to deal with? Like, the person there literally couldn't go to the bathroom, so he has wipes on him, and those like, Lord knows where the trash can is if you're just standing there. It's like, what, dude? And some people have diapers and stuff to actually get. I'm like, no, no, no. And I know for a fact there's a good amount of New Yorkers that wouldn't do that at all. And I'm just like, yeah, I wouldn't do that either. Anyways, gaming news. That's why we're going to get into gaming news. Apparently, one of the biggest hacks of all time has just happened in Ubisoft. So apparently they were hacked. Their data was stolen, the whole 9 yards basically. I'm kind of iffy with this news because I also have to be careful. From what I heard, you have to be careful when talking about this, and I'm like, I mean, yeah, I will. Again, that's why I say I'm just a dude yapping on the internet, okay? There's nothing crazy around here. What do you want from me? But also, I'm just talking about this and saying, damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, literally their data and everything all stolen. So I don't even know what's stolen. Also, I don't even know what's going on with the updates of Ubisoft, but it's kind of just almost, and I'm just gonna say this as a perspective and opinion, respectful opinion. They saw it coming. I'm sorry. I'm just saying they saw it coming. Okay, when you take away that whole crew situation, and like that, it just like, here's the thing. It doesn't matter where you are in life. Karma will happen. Now, they're not as bad as Nintendo, and there's a part of me where Nintendo probably deserves more karma, and pretty much I have to be careful when saying that because of what they did with the state emulation in games, and also what they did with other stuff as well, and angering other communities and angering almost basically everyone. But they also did some stuff where it's like, man, that's just not right. And especially with Ubisoft, the same thing. I don't think that's right. Damn it. Okay. That was my bell. I feel like there could be some consequences, in the horizon, basically. And yeah, I guess it did. But at the same time, that's a lot of people's jobs that are in state. Ubisoft still has employees. I know there's this whole trend of just like many big organizations like Ubisoft and like Nintendo that are, the freaking, massive is it the employment? Yeah, disemployment, or something like that. Like the amount of people that are employees and now they lost their jobs was like in the freaking numbers. It was high up there, and I believe Ubisoft lost a lot of it. And yeah, it's just yeah, and pretty much whoever's left now, they have to suffer like through this as well. And some of them have to work like more harder than they ever did because of the data. And it's kind of like this moment of like worry in a ways. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. Hopefully, I don't know, Ubisoft does something. Some people just, really don't like Ubisoft. I grew up on Ubisoft, the Assassin's Creed days, the freaking Rayman days, and with all that gone and spoiled for leaks, I'm like, that hurts. And pretty much someone stole like 16 terabytes of data or something like that. I'm like, okay, well, wow, that's a fat load. Anyways, also, heartbreaking news, everyone. The PS6 is delayed. I swear to God, if I hear PS6 one more time, I'm gonna lose it. I just don't understand why we need a PS6. It's kind of like that moment where it's like, oh man, I finished like the biggest walk from in the United States from here to there, and now I have to do another because apparently like there's another competition or something like that. Basically what I'm saying is that there is no need for a PS6. No one is asking Sony, and Sony's over there like, I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry, fake tears, I'm sorry, we gotta delay the PS6, we gotta delay. And I'm like, shut up, just shut up, freaking Sony. God, I love you, but there's no need for a PS6. Now you got me coughing. Oh, you're killing me, Sony, in Minecraft. But just calm down. Can I just please get the PS5? And they're like complaining like, oh man, not enough people are buying our PS5s. None of our people care. Listen, Sony, can you please hold the door a little longer? I'm trying my freaking hardest to get there. Can you please be patient? I want a PS5. And I'm serious when I say that, okay? I'm not saying that just to be... Yes, there's moments of trends of like, oh man, a PS5 would be nice. But I want a PS5, okay? So can you slow down, Sony? Can you slow the frick down? Can I please catch up and get the PS5? Because I want a PS5. And listen, I have other priorities with money, okay? Like any other adult. And the PS5 is just an essential. And there's moments where I don't feel like I needed it, but I really want it. But Sony is over here like, guys, we gotta hurry up. We gotta do something. We're panicking. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, who's rushing you, Sony? Who's the freaking Sony mafia boss? Like, hey, if you don't sell enough freaking PS5s or you don't get the PS6, I'm gonna get you. Like, who? I'm an owl now. I'm an owl. Who? Oh my God, Sony. Like, it doesn't make sense. Why on earth are you over... Listen, with the freaking how enormously expensive things are nowadays, you think people are this freaking quick to get a PS5, let alone a PS6? Like, it could even take them even longer. Like, it could even take them longer than me, ever since the PS5 went out. Like, it probably is longer for them, because some of them probably still don't have a job. Probably some of them are still struggling, and life happens, and stuff like that. So just can you please let them have their chance? Give me a chance. Give me a chance to get a freaking PS5. But I can't get one if you're over here, like, rushing and making things expensive and just starting all this crap. I'm just saying... Because, like, I'm just, like, if freaking Sony, I don't want to look at Sony. I don't have any interest of looking at Sony's Twitter handle or something. But if they're over there apologizing, like, who the frick are you apologizing to? About, oh, our PS6 is delayed to 2030. Listen, let it be freaking 2050. Huh? In the year of 2050, I'll be freaking 60 or 70 years old if you do the math. I don't know what to tell you. But if I'm freaking in the senior's home and waiting for the PS6, then I am A-okay. I'm fine. There is no reason to release a new console at this point. There's really not. There's too many consoles going on, and there's some people of us, some normal human beings on this freaking earth that are not millionaires. Oh my god. Anyways, but I'm just like, who the frick is this for? Like, really though, things are getting expensive, especially with the amount of RAM prices and RTX, especially them approaching more into AI. It's a headache. Like, I heard about the Asus price hikes. Who who started this? That like the many amounts of laptops and PCs that are going up in price. Like, gaming shouldn't be this expensive. It should never be this expensive. I wish there was ways. I wish there was ways around this. But you need to have that bread. And I always think about you know what I dream about. You know what the state of emulation in these emulation handhelds? There's many people from third world countries, and I lived in the third world countries. In the Philippines, it was poor. Okay, but with the many people out there that are suffering, we can actually help them with the development of entertainment. With all these old games that run in cheap emulations, we can give those to them that can experience that. Okay, and I know there's other important things than video games, but just imagine how happy they would be, how much time they would have, and that's what I want. It's like, the thing is, my worry is that with the price hikes of RTX, of PS5s and Switch 2s and other consoles out there, and especially with laptops and many computers, like with those prices going up, that means the stuff from the bottom is also going to go up. That means these emulation handhelds and also cheaper PCs are going to go up. And there's not going to be any affordable way. That means phones are going to go up. And it's going to be a freaking ripple effect. It's going to be a ripple effect, a domino effect, basically, of things are going to be more expensive. And we're not going to able to actually afford any tech at all in the near future. That is my worry. There is going to be a point. And it's not just gaming. No, it's tech, it's technology, and how technology is advancing. You would think it would catch up to many human beings on this earth, but that's just not true. And I still believe that, in many yes, there's some people that we should take it back to the old days. What do you mean take it back to the old days? What are you saying right now? Like, many people are still, suffering. But if they actually have tech in with, especially using the internet as a tool in many ways, like, it could benefit their livelihood and make their life easier. Some people already had it hard enough, especially when it comes down to many third world countries. Like, when you're making things expensive, it affects the lower class because it always goes down to a ripple effect. And I'm worried about that with my handheld that is going to cost more, because it's going to follow up with the PC and the mini because of RAM prices. Because basically, the RTX and the RAM is, it's all pieces from, many technology, all equivalent pieces that are important to create within the GPU, and also many PCs out there that worked. And I still know some people from many out there that is not from first world or second world countries, but when it comes to third world countries, you got to think about what they could, their whole livelihood could be centered around online, and also could be centered around on the internet, because they found a job, they found an opportunity. And once things get expensive and their PC doesn't last, what's going to happen to their job? What's going to happen to their position that they're working hard for? And what's going to happen to the tools they have? They have to settle back on what they don't know. And especially when it comes down to certain labor that they don't know. It's hard to explain mostly, but this is a math equation that a lot of people are trying to solve behind the scenes. And I don't know how it's going to get solved, especially in this year, because things are getting expensive. And what's that gonna do with production? What's that gonna do with with the RAM prices and the PC PC material that is gonna equivalent to our work ethic. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just something to think about. But I know for me, I'm due for a new PC. And as of now, I don't even know where to get or what's the best one. And it's like, if I have the money now, I don't want to be late. But also, it's kind of like you have to move now before it gets expensive. It's like we should never rush on actually finding our something that is gonna last forever. When things are this expensive, look, not all of us have all the money in the world to just throw away. And if we waste on something, what is that gonna mean? You know what I mean? It's like if we're due for something, but again, it's not about me. It's about like other people. I think about the others. I don't think about myself because I'm not prideful. Anyways, I still want to see you. One love and peace. And yeah, Happy New Year's. God bless.